EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us in Silicon Valley. And with the foghorn bellowing behind us, that means it's time for football at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers.
Please welcome your 2027.
On the Rams sideline, Sean McVay, of course, grandfather John was the general manager and architect of the Niners' Super Bowl teams of the 80s and 90s. Across from him, you've got the head coach of the 49ers. His guys also 2-0, so this is a good measuring stick matchup early in the season. Let's get this going. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson, Eddie Pinheiro to get it started. And off we go from Santa Clara. And that's a decent return out to the 29-yard line. And the offense will get play one of the game from right there. The Rams offense taking the field for the first time. And they're led out by the first-round pick out of Alabama, Ty Simpson.
They find themselves coming off a win last week that came right down to the end. And the best teams in the NFL, Mike, they can win close games and they can win different style games. You're not going to blow people out consistently in the NFL. The league is just too good and has too much parity. But the teams that are the best in one-score games, they're often the ones finding themselves in the best position come playoff time.
First down run picks up 8, so now it's second and a couple. They'll stay on the ground with Cora. And he's going to be stopped well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
Moving to his left. Taking off. He'll try to get there. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Good work there on the scramble. A pickup of 9 to move the chain.
Really nice job here. Not only avoiding the rush on third down, but quickly finding that crease, get downfield, and he's able to pick up the first down.
In motion, that's Thornton. Simpson now on 1st and 10. And he's not going to be able to escape the rush here. He goes down. Nick Bosa getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6. Come to the line, got some work to do now. It is 2nd and long. Leggett in motion. They run out of the gun with Cora. And he's going to get upended right at the line of scrimmage. And he's picked up and thrown down.
No gain on the play.
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
And that one's going to be shut down. They are short of the line to gain. No first down, and the punt team will come on here on 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
That's taken at about the 14. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense set to get to work for the first time. Led by their man at quarterback out of the University of Florida, it's Anthony Richardson.
It's not often that you can win by multiple scores in the NFL, so you got to imagine they're coming into this week's game with a lot of confidence. They were able to put together a pretty well-rounded performance in all 3 phases last week. So, again, can they build off that? Can they continue to grow as an entire team? Because offense, defense, and solid contribution from their special teams, they showed last week, and going forward, this is going to be a hard team to beat.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. On the ground, here's Kalen Black. Has an opening past the 40. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They gain 18 yards on that one. First down, 49.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit.
On the ground, here is H.N. Nothing. Met at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
No gain on the play.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
3rd and 9. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. And he is out of bounds.
13 yards on the play.
13 yards on the catch there. It's good for a Niners first down.
10 at the 40-yard line.
A run. And here comes Black. Oh, what an effort from the defense. They forced their way in there, get the stop, and a loss of about 2 yards.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Again, it's Black. Crazy. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A gain there of 15. First down, 49ers.
Let's give some love to the big guys up front here, Mike. The offensive line is looking good here early to start the game. Couple nice big explosive runs. Expect them to continue to lean on the big guys up front as the rest of this game unfolds.
This drive rolling now, another 1st and 10. A run up the middle with H.N. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage. More to come. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. It's the 49ers with the football to start quarter number 2. They've got it with 2nd down and 13 in front of them. They'll run it with Black. And some good blocking. Springing it. A gain of 9 as we get to 3rd down.
At the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 4.
From the gun, Richardson. Got him in. It is Stribling complete. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
Big time pitch and catch there on 3rd down to extend this drive. Feels like they've got to come away with 6. You want to strike first. It'll go a long way in determining how the rest of this game plays out.
Here's H.N. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line. A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now here's 2nd and goal. On the handoff, Black. What a move! He's in. Kalen Black. Touchdown, San Francisco. It's his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, and they're able to capitalize and finish it off. 6.
Niners 7, Rams nothing.
Seven nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Rams offense ready now for their second drive. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a first down. The motion man is Nakua. Forced out left. And he'll go into the slide there. It'll be a gain of a couple.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away. Picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
Here's a handoff to Cora. And he is buried in the backfield. Loss of a couple.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
And he's going to get awfully close to the first down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short. Here's Ethan Evans now, as he's on to punt for the second straight drive. That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. Bring it back out to the 20-yard line. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. Brought down at the 21, a gain of 1.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
This will be 2nd and 9. They'll give it here. Black. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, you're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
From the gun on third. The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
An 8-yard loss brings up 4th down.
Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down's looming. On 4th down, it's Corliss Wakeman out to punt as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. This fielded inside the 35. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. And so far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. 1st and 10, and here is Simpson. This one grabbed by Nakua. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Working from the gun, it's Simpson. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. 3rd and 5.
It's 3rd down and 5 yards to
From
go.
the gun, here's Simpson. And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
Third time punt team has been summoned in this first half. Kicks away. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. As the 49ers head back out, we take a look at the Rams' defensive coordinator, Chris Shula. Shula, of course, in the football family business. Grandfather, the great late Hall of Famer Don Shula, his dad David, Uncle Mike, both coaches as well. For Chris, it is his 3rd season heading up the Rams defense. The drive will start with a run with Kalen Black. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
At the 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They face 2nd down and 7. Richardson to throw. He'll let one go deep for Kirk. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Christian Kirk. Now it's going to be 3rd down. Richardson. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 82 yards. Touchdown, San Francisco.
49ers.
3rd down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the 1st down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that 1st down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
Makes the score Niners 14, Rams nothing.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Rams offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Simpson. That's caught. It's the tight end, Max Clare.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the 1st down.
1st down, Rams.
Simpson. That is taken in left side by Thornton. The Rams use their 3rd and final timeout. Here's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at their 49-yard line.
Throwing again, Simpson. And he just does manage to get rid of this one. Hounded by the defense. They nearly got him. Incomplete, setting up 3rd down. To the air again is Simpson. The pressure gonna cave in on him. He will go down. The Niners use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop with 17 seconds to go in half number 1. On comes the punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Oh, they had a shot there and hit the 5, but it continues into the end zone. It will come back out to the 20. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 40-yard line. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game. And you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
Here's Black. And he'll be taken down. As time runs out, we've come to the end of the first half of play. So the two teams head for their respective locker rooms, and we head to Orlando. Scott Hansen has our halftime report.
Our journey through the NFL starts now. In Tampa, the Buccaneers at home to take on the Saints in the NFC South. And it's the Tampa Bay defense coming up with the big play here. They knock the football out, force the fumble, scoop it, and they're taking it back the other way. What a game-changing play. Touchdown. The Bucs are off to a 3-0 start as they get the victory. Next up, it's New York, New York. Two teams that share MetLife Stadium, Jets and Giants. And it's Tyrone Tracy. He's loose, and they're not gonna catch him. 27 yards on the rushing touchdown. The Giants have no problem in this one. They win it going away. Lastly, let's check out the front runner for Week 3 Player of the Week. It's our impact player, and it's this man. And this is Jerry Jeudy. A deep shot downfield, and he's right there to look it in, and they're not gonna get him. 69 yards for the touchdown catch. The Browns move to 2-1. They get the victory here. And with that, a look at what else is going on around the NFL here in week number 3. In the game you're watching, we saw a couple of touchdowns in the first half. 14-0 is the score. As we send you back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. We welcome you back on EA Sports for quarter number 3. This will be returned from the 6. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
First and 10.
The Niners offense and their running back set to go once more. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. First and 10.
Okay, ready?
They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
On play action, Richardson. That is brought in by Stribling. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
31 yards.
That is a big gain for the 49ers. 31 yards.
At the 23-yard line.
QB will survey the defense on first and 10.
Here we go. Three.
On the carry, it's Achane. The ball's out. But fortunately, one of his teammates able to get on it, and the Niners retain possession.
These These are the opportunities that just kill defensive coordinators. You got the ball loose. You did everything you want. But now you got to recover it. You need better pursuit to the ball, more bodies around the ball carrier. Because when that ball pops out, you've got to be on it. These opportunities don't come around often, and when they do, you got to seize the moment.
And a nice run there as he surges forward, a gain of 8, and sets up 3rd down.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike, and they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's going to have enough for the 1st down. Good work there on the scramble. A pickup of 9 to move the chains.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
Black now on 1st and 10. That's a nice pickup, bringing it down to the 3.
Jalen Watson on the tackle. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Rams' 3-yard line.
A run with Black. And this one ruined quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
Looking to throw. Richardson. And he'll take it on in. Jake Tonjes. Touchdown. 49. His first touchdown of the new campaign. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this 3rd quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the 1st half, they picked right back up here to start the 3rd quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
The score, Niners 21, Rams nothing.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. Brown now to return it. Now a hit, and he lost the football. They're going to be set up with a short field. What a tremendous kick return. You talk about everything going wrong. A big deficit. All you want is the ball and a chance to get back in the game, and now, Greg, they hand the ball right back to him on this kickoff fumble.
Mike, you know the saying, when it rains, it pours, and right now it is pouring on this team. They just can't get out of their own way. They lose a fumble here on the kickoff just to make matters worse. This has just been a complete disaster all around for this unit.
A gain there of 10 yards. It's good for a Niners 1st down. They'll run once more with Black. Trying to avoid tacklers, and the ball is out. And they're going to take over the football at their own 3-yard line.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't sacrifice the ball for additional yardage. And I think we had a case of that going here. I love the effort. I love the fight. But it can't come at the expense of the ball. Everything in football is about protecting the ball itself, and in this case, just a little bit too loose with it. They're able to pop it loose, and that's a big turnover.
The Rams offense and running back Blake Corum getting back to work. And he's had trouble getting on track in this one. Really limited space to find an opening. The defensive front stopping him multiple times. Generally, he has not been a big factor in this game to this point. On first down, here is Simpson. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
Brought down at his own 8-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup. And this.
Third down, they need 5.
Third down.
In motion, that's Thornton. Third and short, and here's Simpson. Open man, left side, he's got it. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, L.A.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of...
He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. Nick Bosa in there to drop him as he registers sack number 4 on the season. Second and long coming up. Now they'll set up to throw. There's a short one, and it's caught by Claire. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. They'll throw out of the gun. Hit as he throws. That one will fall to the turf, and it's incomplete. The pressure too much to get away from that time. Good third down stop, and it sets up fourth down.
And it was really the lack of production on first and second down that put them in this hole to begin with, Mike. So I think going forward, more execution on early downs, more efficiency. Don't wait till third down to convert for a new set of downs. Be aggressive on those first and seconds and take the fight to the defense.
Gets that one complete to the tight end Claire. And he's going to have the Rams first down on what will be a big play there for fourth and long. They'll look to throw yet again. Open is the tight end, Terrence Ferguson. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
16 yards.
They get 16 on that connection. Good for a Rams first down. Back to the air one more time. That's taken it. It's Xavier Leggett. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Looked like he bounced up okay after that hit. He does deliver the first down. Leggett in motion. Little quick pass to the receiver heading left. And he's going to be marked out down at the 5. It's a gain of 13, and it's first and goal. Here's a run. Good blocking, and he's in. Late Coro. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Spencer Trader now on for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Rams get back in it. It is 21-7. So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. This returnable from the 4. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin then. The Niners offense set to go back to work. Why don't we highlight what's ahead for them over the next few weeks? They are home for Seattle. Then they go to Pittsburgh. And then it's back home to take on Baltimore. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They'll run with Black to begin this drive. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
And this will wind up a Niners first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the second down play.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Here's a give to Achane. And I don't think he got that wrapped up in the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at 3rd down. Now a timeout Rams, that's number 2. Talk things over before 3rd down.
Eyes closed and my heart open, just to get this off my chest and left my heart broken. Seeing how goofies a move for the green, saying we on the same team, but what do that mean? Why build a bridge just to watch set it ablaze? Don't get me heated, ain't no way to control that.
From the gun, Richardson. Got a man. It is dribbling complete. The Rams use their 3rd and final timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
And the 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
On the ground, Black, and he'll work forward for about 3. It's secondary.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Black. And the defense is there again. This time he doesn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to set up 3rd down. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. On the give, it's Black. Once again, he's taken down behind the line. This defense is swarming right now. They force a fourth down.
Well, the defense gets a rare win. We've seen this ball carrier have his way on the ground pretty much all day today, Mike, and give credit to the defense. They were able to get back in the backfield with some penetration and bring them down for a loss.
On fourth down, on is Eddie Pinheiro for the 49ers field goal.
45-yard attempt.
His kick is perfect. And the 49ers have run out to a 24-7 lead.
That's just a really good drive here in the second half. And you understand what the situation calls for. You have the lead, second half, continue to control the clock, continue to convert and get fresh sets of downs, come away with points, and just try to continue to extend this lead.
And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. The Rams offense ready for this next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
In motion, that's Thornton. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's to the left side, hauled in by Leggett. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the
27-yard
line.
And he'll just chuck this one to the sideline. Receiver in the area, so no grounding, but it's third down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And he'll work his way forward to about the 30-yard line.
4 yards. It's now 4th down.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Rams, first down.
They'll look to throw. A throw there, caught by Leggett. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Xavier Leggett. A gain of 14.
Here's the spike, and that stops the clock with 25 seconds to go. And out of the gun, he'll throw. Oh, the ball comes out. The Niners have got it. He rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery and the great return for the touchdown.
This was just a disaster from start to finish. I mean, he's retreating, he's trying to get away from the rush, but going backwards doesn't often make things better. He's hit, stripped, and defense does a nice job securing the ball and taking it back for a touchdown.
Extra point by Pinheiro is good. And the 49ers will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 17.
at their own 17-yard line.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he'll somehow manage to get rid of this. He took a shot, too. The pass falls incomplete. See what they have for 2nd and 10. Back to throw. He'll let this go deep. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so...
And that final throw here is intercepted. That's the linebacker, Fred Warner. So the faithful here at Levi's Stadium are rewarded. It's a win for the 49ers. They continue their winning ways in the month of September. They're off to a 3-0 start. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.